This is the tempo of this part is quite very, very fast. So the musicians will hate me. There is no sketch. I compose like that.
So no editing after?
No. So this is on a new page is still uncompleted. So.
So it's like a painting or graphic.
I always work only with paper, so I never hear my piece before the performance.
Isn't it gorgeous? So beautiful.
If the musicians can play, they are good musicians, they can play everything, they can play anything. But for me, if they stay within their capability and play a piece good, but in a very lazy, comfortable way, it doesn't touch me. So I always want to drive this good musician to their limit. I can't say that I found music. So music was always with me. Even when I was a child, in the age of 2 or 3, I discovered piano. I wanted to become a pianist, and it was my big dream for me. So it was my only passion in my life. And when I decided to become a composer, I was 13 years old, and we had no money for piano lessons. And my music teacher in the school, he one day he called me and he told me, you can maybe try to become a composer. And it sounded for me, so you can't become a pianist. So I was very sad, and I was crying, and so. From the library, I brought lots of scores of Tchaikovsky, Brahms, and Beethoven, and so on, and I learned to read scores. And I couldn't get any regular lessons in composition. So after 6 or 7 years, I did the examination at the university, Seoul National University Music College, and I failed. And the second year, I failed once again. So it was the most tough time in my life, I think. At the third time, I was successful because there were not enough applicants. So I was really lucky. You know, it is a very good training. So I'm very strong. When I was asked, yeah, you are Korean, why don't you write Korean music, or what is your tradition, or something like that? Of course, I'm a Korean, but I felt as a cosmopolite, and the things which interest me, it's beyond nationality. The musician play my music, they should also be involved in my music, not only intellectual, but as a body experience. So they have to be involved as a whole human being. I have pieces really abstract pieces like a piano concerto and double concerto and all my concertos. And there are pieces with some theatrical element or some story behind, like opera or cantatrix sopranica and a double bind, and it's different. It depends on the idea which I have at the moment. I'm working very intensively with the musician during the rehearsal, because my pieces they are not like Beethoven symphony, so everybody know that piece and everybody know how to play. But my pieces are very new, and there is a couple, lots of complicated things that I have to explain to the musician, and then so therefore, so rehearsal without me would be a little bit difficult for the ensemble to understand the music. And in Bergen, this time I had really intensive working process with the musician, a bit ensemble, for example.
Ofte så får vi bare noen minutter med festspillkomponisten gjerne, sant? For den er overalt. Hun har faktisk vært til stede hele tiden. Når vi har hatt prøve på hennes verk, så har hun vært her.
It was really a very creative process. I have almost fixed the idea. I have idea of the whole picture of the piece for the whole structure, and also some detailed idea.
There is something very special about her music. It's the amount of ideas she has. The score is so rich, so rich. There is so much in it. It's absolutely fascinating.
Sometimes I work 1 week long with for 1 or 2 or 3 bars 1 week, and it takes 7 seconds.
These ideas about sound and rhythm is something, pulsation is something very important in our music. And you can hear, I mean, this vividness and this music which is very alive.
When the music starts, and I feel how these people are, whether they are involved or they're not. So you feel this. And for example, yesterday the concert was really well visited, extremely, and the people were all involved. So it was really amazing. I enjoy the environment and also the whole festival, and it is always, you can get many new things. I enjoyed very much to be here for the whole period, and I'm really honored.
Thank you.
It's a very exciting experience.